Beta banana, guys. The newest Bedrock Beta 1.17.2022 out now, guys. Fixes mob spawning, changes it, new experimental changes we are going to talk about together. Bubble columns, portals, stuff like that. Changelog right now. Hey there, guys. Skippy here for Skippy6 Gaming, guys, coming to you from cool beta world that we always move the platform around and with some decorations. Today, guys, we are talking about the newest, the coolest Bedrock Beta that just came out, 1.17.2022. It's out now. And yeah, guys, if you enjoy this sort of content and update videos, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. All update videos come out pretty darn quick around here. And yeah, so let's keep going in. Basically, guys, the big change on this one is what you've been seeing them talk about on Twitter a lot in the last couple days is mobs spawning in complete darkness. So this is kind of an experimental change they put in Java Edition yesterday in the snapshot, and we got it today. So basically, we're going to go over it after we read the changelog. It's only a 2-page changelog. We're going to do that together right now. After I'm done, we're going to come in here and check all the different things that they talked about. So starts with this one right here. Another day, another Minecraft Bedrock Beta update. It is out this time. Mob spawning changes and matches the Java Edition. So super cool right here. If you don't know how to join the Minecraft Bedrock Beta, that's okay. There's a video that tells you how in the description below. Yeah, you could do it. Don't open your worlds in the beta if you want to keep them forever, because you can't open them until the new update actually comes out. So, experimental features. Monsters will only spawn in complete darkness. This change is being made to balance the player's ability to light up the new, larger caves and make them safe from monster spawning. Note this change only affects block light, not skylight. Please send us your feedback. So again, there is a link to the changelog in the description below as well if you want to join in on the feedback parade. Yeah, so we're going to talk about that more in depth after. Several crashes that could occur during gameplay. Amethyst cluster block can no longer be placed on grass path blocks. Corrected deep slate lapis lazuli ore block named from deep slate lapis ore. Dispensers now remove bubble columns when removing water. Sea pickles now change light depending on being in water or not. Snow layers are now melted by light from torches, etc. Falling gravity blocks no longer break when landing on X. There you go. I can't read that one because it's being blocked. Gameplay, guys. Vanilla parity using bone meal on moss blocks now also replaces tough blocks. Vanilla parity. Fixed light block not being displayed correctly when being held. Fixed held items not disappearing visually to other players after a player dies. The keep inventory game rule is enabled. Nether portals placed between chunks no longer break when leaving the nether. That was so bad. Shears now correctly cut vines and glow lichen faster. Weeping and twisting vines now grow correctly after the player breaks them. Graphical changes. Adjusting padding for HD textures in minimaps level 1. Textured Atlas to fix texture bleeding. Don't know what that means. Let's carry on. Half the enchantment table book doesn't render dark anymore. Blocks moved by a piston are no longer white while moving anymore. Axolotls spawn only when there is stone up to 10 blocks under them and not in bubble columns. That's pretty weird that they actually brought it down to be that specific. Let's keep going. Armor stands now drop equipped items when destroyed by fire or lava. They're just going to burn in the lava when they fall, so don't know how that works. Maybe that's as intended. Limited the maximum number of phantom mobs that can spawn. Wow, thank goodness. That's actually the best thing in the whole update. Goes now play their Impact 3 sound. User interface recipe book. Crafting estimates no longer differ from the actual recipes. Experimental warning message is no longer displayed inconsistently when loading beta worlds. Cursed items no longer count towards recipe ingredients in recipe book. Selected recipe is now deselected when the player runs out of ingredients. Non-craftable recipes no longer displayed in recipe book when search mechanism is used. Nether blocks now appear in the crafting good of any other ingredient unavailable. Last but not least, we're going to go here. Fixed a wireless network collection error message that appeared when players were connected via a wired network. Fixed various spelling errors in the character creator. Hover of widget buttons now showing corrupted appearance before full load was complete. Fixed a legibility issue with some Japanese font characters. Riding an animal now displays the correct tooltip when played on a non-touch screen. And of course, in usual fashion, guys, the technical updates are right here. I'm not going to read them. You could just pause, or you could have just, read past me right there. So let's do this. Guys, changes to mob spawning and mob spawning in the dark. This is a thing. So with the new caves and the new stuff like that that's happening, basically, it's really hard, I think, if they follow the regular spawning rules. Whenever you were to go in a cave, you would just be overwhelmed. You couldn't ever make a house in a cave because you're always going to have mobs spawning, right? When you're making a base in Minecraft, you always light up your pathways, you make half slabs all over the place, or carpets, or whatever works on your version at that time to stop mobs from spawning. So this basically is their attempt at doing that. So when they say in the thing, it says, this will not affect skylight. So that means that mobs will still spawn as normal on the surface. They just will only spawn when it's pitch black. So if you take that into account and you look at the glow lichen, because there's glow lichen, right? So if you take that into account and they think the glow lichen, the small glow berries, and the things that are going to help you illuminate your cave, even a single candle, could do a good job at keeping the mobs away. Whereas, man, most people are still going to be hard pressed to actually put their base in a cave because there's going to be mobs everywhere, right? You don't want creeper holes all over your house. So here's a picture right here. This was from Cub Fan yesterday because, like I said, Java players have been talking about this since yesterday. So basically right here, so you can see this is how much less light. So the left side picture was how many lights you needed to keep the path mob spawning proof. And now on the right side, this is how many you need now. So you need a lot less light. So I don't know if this is different on Java, if skylight affects this or how it does not. If based on this in the experimental, they're saying that, long story short, is less mobs spawning, and that means all kinds of negative effects with mobs spawning, mob farms, things like that, all kinds of farms actually in general, if mobs can only spawn in the dark like hostile mobs. So what does that mean for the regular players? I don't know. We're going to see how this works, guys. I urge you to go to the feedback site and do what you need to do there if you want to. And yeah, and that's it. The rest of the changes were actually rather small. They're just changing the blocks that we use and stuff like that. Yeah, armor stands are going to drop what they drop in the lava. Yeah, pretty much that's it, guys. Catch you on the next one.